This video. I'm Dr. Scott Spaniel. The purpose of this video is to talk about how to copy and paste data from your MyMathLab, MyStatLab homework into Google Sheets and ClassCalc. So throughout this class, we're going to need to be able to do a bunch of different data analysis and data displays. And there are a bunch of different programs out there available to do this. Some of the most popular ones are things like Excel and SPSS and StatCrunch. The thing all three of those have in common is that they all cost money. So what I've tried to do for this course is find alternatives that are free so that you'll be able to continue to do all of this same data analysis after this course is over without having to pay for any of these programs. So we're going to be using Google Sheets and ClassCalc. So I want to make sure you know how to take your homework, how to easily take your homework problems and put them into these for data analysis so you don't spend your entire time doing homework, doing data entry. So with that in mind, let's look at MyMathLab. So this is what your course homepage should look something like this. This is the instructor home, so it looks a little different than it does for you. But if you go to assignments, you'll always have your assignments here. I'm going to click this copy and paste one, which I built specifically to do this problem. If I open the question, in many of our problems, especially ones with lots of data, they'll have an icon up here at the beginning of the problem that says click on icon to view table of data. So here's all my data, and my data then, there will be another icon next to the data that will allow you to, if you click on it, to copy, either open it in StatCrunch, open it in Excel, or copy to clipboard. Since I'm not using StatCrunch or Excel, I want to copy it to the clipboard. And a screen like this should come up, and all I have to do is copy this data. Now, you can right-click on it, and that'll give you the copy option. Or there are keyboard shortcuts, which I like to use because it's a little quicker. On a Mac, it's Command-C. On a PC, it's Control-C. So in this case, I'm going to just hit Command-C or Control-C, and that'll copy it. So then what we want to do is we want to open a Google Sheet, which I kind of had one I was going to use, but let's just create a new one. So you go to sheets.google.com, and it should bring up a screen that looks like this. You just pick a blank sheet. If you have a Google account, you can save these for later. If you don't have a Google account, you should still be able to create these sheets and use them while you're doing the homework. So I'm just going to paste my results in there, which I can either right-click and then choose paste, or I can use Command-V or Control-V. And those have the same thing. And so then my data is pasted here. Now, one thing you should notice here, that's how we paste data into Google Sheets. And we'll talk more how to use Google Sheets for data analysis and displays in your lecture videos. But what we want to talk about is how to now paste this into ClassCalc. So to do that, we do exactly the same thing. We copy it, and then we simply go to ClassCalc. So you'll go to classcalc.com. And it'll look like this. And then you just want to go to the calculators, and we're going to choose graphing. And it should open a graphing calculator like this. And now you can just paste it into number one. Now notice, if I try to use my right click, pasting is not one of the options that comes up. That may not be true on a PC, but at least on my Mac, it's not. So what we have to do is we have to use the keyboard shortcut here. So the keyboard shortcut, once again, to paste is Command-V or Control-V. And notice it'll paste it in. Now, this pasted in weird. Notice all these thousands got split up into two different numbers, and that's because we had commas in our data. So I'm going to get rid of this one because that didn't work. So one of the things you need to do when you're pasting things into ClassCalc is make sure you don't have commas like here. And the easiest way to do that is to go to Format, and actually the easiest place to find it is right here. So see, you've got Format Currency, format as percent, and then some decimals. If you go to More Formats, and you just choose Automatic, it will get rid of those commas. Okay, so now the commas are gone. So now I can copy and paste it. Oops, I exit. So I can copy it, and then I can go to my ClassCalc app and I can paste it. And now it's all listed in one column. Now I like to, they give these subscript names with subscripts, so I like to click on the top here of the list, and I like to change that to a name that's easier to deal with. So I usually just pick like something like the number A. And if you are dealing with more tables than that at once, you can add in more names. And so that'll allow us to do things, and we'll talk more about this when we get to the section, but it'll allow us to do things like make a histogram by using the histogram command and then simply put in the letter A. And then we'll talk about what the rest of this stuff means later. So that's it for this video. Hopefully that helps you understand how to copy and paste things into Google Sheets and ClassCalc so that you can use them for your homework and save yourself some time. If you have questions on how any of this works or anything else for this class, remember you can always reach out to me using the Remind app or by email.